G'day, Josh here with Where Cards Fall from Apple Arcade. This is a fantastic little puzzle game. I've been playing this a fair bit recently. I've gone back to one of the earlier levels, so I don't give away too much information. But essentially, you are this character that you're trying to get to the end of each level, which is that vertical card standing up on that platform over on the top right-hand side. There's a lot of story that goes into this game as well. I'm not going to spoil any of that. In fact, we're just going to play through this level, so it'll be a relatively short gameplay overview video, but I don't want to give anything away because there's lots of fantastic content in this game, including some additional functionality and interactions that come with some of the later levels. So they are fantastic when you discover them, but I won't spoil any of that at this point in time. So essentially what you are doing is you are moving these stacks of cards around, expanding them into house of cards, so to speak, and then trying to traverse your character across. So let's see if we can get our character. You can adjust the size of them as well. So for instance, you can go as big as you're able to in that area, but that's not going to work for us. So what we're trying to do here is go a little bit smaller. And the reason for that is it allows us to then jump across that gap. That is a gap big enough for us to jump across. And then we have room to move this house of cards a little bit further down. Now, what we're going to do here is sneak that one in right there, move across onto this house of cards, and then do the same thing here, and that will basically be this level finished. Now, at this point in time, that looks pretty straightforward. That wasn't too complex, wasn't too hard, but you can be assured that the difficulty ramps up, and it's a pretty solid ramp. It's not too hard, it's not too quick, and it's not too easy. It's a really good balance. The pace at which the difficulty of each level gets harder, I thought was really, really well done. Some of the interactions in terms of the gestures are not the most reliable. Sometimes it was a little bit tricky. Sometimes you miss pinch and things. So that was sometimes a touch frustrating, but it's really not that big of a deal. So I think you'll really enjoy this game if you are into puzzlers. This is a really unique take on puzzle games, and I'm not going to end the level just yet because I don't want it to go into the next cutscene, next little bit of story. But I think you'll be a big fan of this. As I said, if you're a fan of puzzle games, beautifully designed and really well thought out puzzle game. So if you're enjoying what you're seeing from this gameplay, I think you'll definitely love what some of the later levels have to offer. Some really clever stuff there, as I touched on earlier. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, so you don't miss out on any of my future content.